Hello students, today I am teaching you the functions of money. In earlier video, I have already explained you the definition and characteristics of ideal money. In definition, I have explained you the different definitions given by various economists, Crowther, Robertson, etc. And beside this, I explained you the characteristics of money. Now, today I am teaching you the functions of money. What are the functions that money does in an economy? Then functions of money are, as you know, it is the medium of exchange and store of value. The role money plays in a modern economy, it is the from medium to exchange to store of value. This is the role money plays in a modern economy. What is money? Money is anything that is generally accepted as payments for goods, services, and the repayment of debt within an economy. Means, see this money. What is money? Money is anything that is generally accepted. It should be universally accepted as payments for goods, services, and the repayment of debt within an economy. Money evolved to overcome the limitations of the barter system, as I already explained you in earlier videos that in barter system there were so many difficulties. So it helped in overcoming the difficulties of barter system, and it underlies almost every economic activity. It makes buying and selling simple. It makes comparing value possible, enables saving and future payments. This is the money. Then classification of money. In classification of money, classification of functions of money, we classify the functions of money in three functions: primary function, secondary function, and contingent functions. Primary function of money, as you already know about it, that what you do with money, that is the core indispensable role of money. Means it is the medium of exchange and measure of value. You know about this primary function. Whatever goods and services you purchase from the market, or whatever goods or services you sell in the market, that is exchanged in the money only. Then the primary function of the money is medium of exchange. Then secondary functions. This is the supporting role, means store of value. We keep our savings in form of money only. Standard of deferred payments and transfer of value. These are the secondary functions of money. Then contingent functions. What are the contingent functions? This is the broader roles tied to national income, credit creation, and equitable distribution of purchasing power. These are the three functions of money: primary function, secondary function, and contingent function. Then first function, medium of exchange. You know about it. Money acts as a universally accepted medium in the purchase and sale of goods and services. This role of money, you are all already very well known about this. Then it eliminates the double coincidence of wants, problems inherent in barter system. You know, I explained you about the barter system in earlier videos. That in this barter system there must be always double coincidence of wants, and this double coincidence of wants, the problem of this is eliminated by the money. It makes transactions faster, simpler, and more flexible. Buyers and sellers no longer depend on matching needs. Then the second function is measure of value. The value of every good and service is expressed in unit of money only. You know about it. Milk is 60 rupees liter, petrol is 100 rupees liter. Means every good and service is expressed in unit of money only. This makes it simple to compare the value of very different goods and services. It forms the basis of pricing, accounting, and record keeping across an economy. Then think of it like this, that weight is measured in kilogram, length is measured in meters. Then money is the universal unit for measuring the economic value of anything. Then this is the primary function of money. Then secondary functions. For secondary functions, three functions are there. Store of value. Money can be saved and held safely for future use without losing usability. Then standard of deferred payments. It provides the basis for settling loans, credits, and debts as a future dates. Then transfer of value. Wealth and value can be moved easily from one person to or one place to another place in form of transfer of value. Then these are the supporting roles: store of value, standard deferred payments, transfer of value. These are the supporting role of money. You know about this, that whatever savings we keep with us, that is the store of value, and that time the money serves us as a store of value only. And standard of deferred payments means if we are to settle loans, credits, debts, then money is the standard measurement of these deferred payments. Then contingent functions. These are the broader economic roles. Measuring national income. Money is used in measuring national income. Money provides the basis for calculating and comparing figures such as GDP. It is the basis for credit creation, deposits, loans, and the entire credit creation process in banking rely on money. Then equitable distribution of purchasing power. These are the broader economic role of the money. These are the contingent functions of money. Then money is the, in summary we can say that money is the backbone of a modern economy. Medium of exchange and measure of value are the two primary indispensable functions. Store of value, deferred payments, and transfer of value make it even more useful. Its contingent roles are national income, credit creation, equitable distribution. These strengthens the wider economy. These are the functions of money. So these are the primary, secondary, and contingent functions of money. In primary functions, what we include in secondary functions and contingent role of money, I explained you in this video. If you have any confusion in any concept, then you can write in comment box. I will explain you in the next video. And if you like this video, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe it. Thank you very much.